bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Hello everyone and welcome to Frozen Vibranium Productions. I'm Bucky, and this is a review of the 13-inch Disney Store Electronic Mandalorian Action Figure. I'm making this video because, as of this recording, The Mandalorian Season 3 just came out. The first couple episodes are really good, and honestly, I can't wait for what's in store. Now on with the review. The painting and the sculpting for this figure are really well done. The design is based off of Mando's look for the majority of Season 1, so he has his full Beskar armor, minus the addition of the jetpack and iconic Mudhorn signet, both of which he received in the Season 1 finale. In terms of paint, it's fairly on point for accuracy. The shine of the armor plating is really well done, and there's good variation between the different shades of brown and tan for the different pouches and straps. The sculpting details of the armor are also on point, such as his chestplate and whistling bird's launcher on his left arm. There are also a couple rubbery parts, such as the cape and the holster, which for some odd reason isn't the size of the blaster, but I digress. Since this figure has a couple light-up gimmicks, more on that later, the sculpt is riddled with screw holes and has a big slit on his chest plate to incorporate the talking feature. Personally, I don't mind, but that might get in the way of some collectors' enjoyment of the figure. The helmet is alright. It sure matches the shape of the shell helmet, but the visor is a bit off in terms of thickness and overall shape. In terms of accessories, unfortunately, the figure has none. You could consider the blaster and the flame effect as kind of accessories, but there's no real way to remove them. His disruptor rifle would have been cool, but understandably, it might be a hazard for younger collectors who don't want to get their eyeballs poked out. As previously mentioned, there are a couple gimmicks which are activated by cleverly hidden buttons on Mando's armor. Pressing the button on his right shoulder pad activates the blaster, which has two unique sound effects: single fire and multi-fire. The button on his other shoulder activates the flamethrower, which, like the blaster, has two unique sound effects. Pressing the button on his chest plate activates some iconic lines said by Pedro Pascal from the show.
This is the way. What's your highest bounty? No droids. I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. I know the drill. I did what I had to. They work for the Empire.
In terms of articulation, Mando's head goes left, right, up and down. Arms move out, to the side, bend at the elbow, waist swivel, legs kick out, knees and spread, bend at the knee, ankle pivot, and an ankle rocker to boot. Though the articulation is a bit limited, it can get him to awesome poses, such as this, or even this. This figure is 13.5 inches tall, so it would be out of scale with your average 1/6 scale figures, such as this 12-inch scale talking Spider-Man, and this Clue figure from Tron Legacy. However, it would be in scale with all the other figures in the Star Wars toy line, such as the talking Boba Fett and Stormtrooper, both of which I do not have. So here it is next to the DC Direct Dr. Manhattan, also in the same scale. Next to a 6-inch scale figure, here we have the Mezco Walter White, and next to another Mando fig, here he is next to the Vintage Collection Mandalorian in his first armor. Overall, this figure's pretty good. For the price range and generally being a kid's toy, this makes for a pretty nice collectible. Final score, 8.5 out of 10. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, you know all that jazz. Hope to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye now.